ever noticed that most pots and pans have a hole at the end of the handle? You must have, right? Unless you live in a cave or something.
Get the out of my room, I'm playing Minecraft!
While the obvious use is to hang up the pot, there's actually another purpose, believe it or not. If you're stirring, say, some bolognese and you don't want to leave your messy wooden spoon on the table, you can simply slot the wooden spoon into the hole so it rests at an angle. That way, the sauce from the spoon will drip right back into the pot instead of onto the table or surface. A neat little trick that will save you from making a big mess. Also, there'll be one less thing to wash up, which is just always a bonus. Ever thought to yourself why there is a small hole at the end of a ballpoint pen lid? Well, there are two reasons for this, one of which can actually save your life. The first reason is quite clever, as the hole equalises the pressure inside the pen, which prevents the ink from leaking. But the second reason is far more important. A lot of people, especially little children, like to chew on pen lids, which in turn can lead to lids getting accidentally swallowed. Instead of the lid obstructing the airway, the small hole allows the passage of air, thus preventing one from choking to death. It's a clever little design that can save a lot of lives. Or stop f***ing eating pen lids. Just that easy. Have you ever put on a pair of jeans and wondered, what's with a tiny front pocket in another pocket? Pocketception? The tiny pocket has history and dates back to the 19th century, where it served as a watch pocket. Originally for cowboys who needed a place to store their pocket watches. Cowboys used to wear their watches on chains and kept them in their waistcoats. So, to stop them from getting broken, Levi's had the genius idea to introduce a small pocket for cowboys to easily access their pocket watches while keeping them protected too. With the invention of modern wristwatches and smartwatches, this isn't the case anymore, and nowadays the pocket is used to store things such as coins, lighters, condoms, and many more. But what about the little metal studs you see around the pockets? Known as rivets, they are designed to strengthen the jeans and prevent the seams from tearing. This may never have crossed your mind before, but on a standard computer keyboard, there is a little bump on the F and J keys. Do you see it? There is a simple explanation for this, as the little ridges help people to correctly position their left and right hand on the keyboard without having to look down, allowing muscle memory to take over. These keys are part of a keyboard middle line known as the home row. Your left fingers rest on the A, S, D, and F keys, while your right fingers rest on the J, K, L, and semicolon keys, and both thumbs rest on the spacebar. By positioning your index fingers on the ridged keys, you should be able to locate all other keys without having to look down at your keyboard. This is known as touch typing. The number 5 key on a keyboard with a numeric keypad also has a little bump for the same reasons. You probably have noticed that a lot of backpacks have this diamond patch on the front, and no, it's not some sort of logo or funky decoration, although it is pretty funky, but it actually has a purpose. The diamond patch is known as a lash tab, or a pig snout, and was originally designed for hikers and outdoorsmen to thread rope through and attach extra gear such as hiking boots, ice axes, flashlights, and so on. The patch is usually made from leather, as it's less susceptible to freezing than plastic or cloth. Today, lash tabs are still added to backpacks for a vintage appeal, but that's not to say you can't use them. Just make sure you don't attach anything valuable. Now you know the purpose, do you think you'll use it for anything?